What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Michael Holt. This is y'all's first time to the channel. Welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Today we're going to be going over the new Supreme Escape. Okay, so Supreme, this is a prototype. It has been approved though. This is Dynamic Discs' new plastic, and it's called the Supreme Plastic. Okay, now it is super it's a little more soft. If you guys have felt Orbit plastic, it's kind of their version of Orbit plastic. So it doesn't have the flashing that you get on a lot of discs, which comes from like the mold whenever they make them. It feels really, really good in the hand so far. And we're gonna go out and we're gonna throw it and we're gonna see how it feels. We're gonna see how it flies, and we're gonna hopefully decide whether or not this gets in the bag and whether or not I think that you guys should snag one. The disc is a 9.5 -1.2, so very neutral. The stag is an 8.6 -1.2. So we're gonna compare it to that as well. And then the Grace is an 11.6 -1.2. So obviously more speed on the Grace, but should be a fairly similar flight as well as with the stag. And my baseline stag that I have is pretty beat in. So we're gonna compare it to this chameleon one that I've thrown and beat in a little bit. I imagine that a chameleon plastic will be fairly similar to this. So we're gonna see how these fly. And man, I can just tell you guys straight off the bat that this thing feels so incredibly good. You can see the profile. I mean, obviously it's the same as an Escape, but it's just super like flexible. The plastic color is just beautiful. Cannot wait to get out and throw this thing. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm gonna start off by throwing it on a forehand. Just gonna throw it flat with some power and see if it just holds that neutral straight flight for us. Okay, I threw that a little bit high. I would have loved to have seen a flat release on it, which we'll get to obviously, but you could see even with that height, it didn't get stable. It pushed straight for a little while, which is nice. All right, now hole 2 here is 360 feet. I'm gonna throw this flat with some power and see how long it can push straight, and then I'll go get it and throw it on Annie and see if that does any better. But we're gonna try and push this one flat with some good power. Ooh, I don't even need Annie. That's money. Holy cow, that's parked. Now I'm gonna throw this stag flat, try and throw the exact same thing and see how this one compares. I missed my line on that, but if I had thrown that flat, that would have been a pretty similar flight. Now we'll throw this Grace on the same line as well. And now this is probably gonna push past the basket if I hit it right. Dude. Yeah, that landed right next to the basket too. Okay, nice, man. That shot felt so good and so clean, y'all. And now that I think about it, that Orbit Grace is a great compliment. Like, if you like the way that these fly, you can throw the exact same shot, just one a little bit further. But man, like this thing is freaking parked. That felt so good. I can't wait to throw this more and kind of experiment with it, but it is dead straight. And I know people say that about a lot of discs, but y'all just watch that thing fly. That was money. Y'all, incredible shot. It landed so smooth, flat, insane. All right, so we're going uphill here, about 330 from the basket. This is not an actual hole, the real tee pad's back here. I just wanna see what this can do here with some power and a little bit of Annie. 330 feet, I would probably go for, or I would definitely go for a fairway driver here, obviously. So let's see what we can do with this. See if we can get this thing to work down the fairway on an Annie for us. Not turn over, but just hold that. Man, I missed my line, but that was the perfect flight. So we hit the tree on that last one. Also letting me see that this thing will turn over and hold that Annie a little bit more than I expected. I thought I was gonna have to force it over. So I'm actually gonna throw it more flat, just with a good reach back, full power, and see what we can do with this. Oh yeah. Dude, this thing's workable. Let's go. Incredible shot right here. It's about 20 feet away. One thing that I personally like to do with fairway drivers is throw them on like 300-foot holes and just tone them down and throw them straight. Yeah, I could get a mid-range that far, but a lot of times it takes a little more power and more of a precise shot than just taking a neutral fairway and just smooth popping it straight, seeing what it does here. So we've got a 300-foot hole here. This is a nemesis hole of mine, but I've gotten a lot better at it because I've started throwing neutral fairways on it. So we'll see if we can pop this straight down the middle and maybe get a look at birdie. Yeah, look at that. So that should skip in for an ace. I mean, that's money. So smooth. So the disc skipped a little bit, but that's only about 15 feet away. Really good shot. Now, this hole is 330 feet. Pretty narrow off the tee right here. You want the disc to push straight, and then as it runs out of speed, die down to the left. You don't want it to cut too left early, but you also don't want it to go 300 feet dead straight. So I think this will work really well. If I pop it flat, I think it should pass by that tree down there in the middle and end up down towards the basket. See if we can make that happen. To the right of it. Oh, I think what I'm gonna try and do is actually, since these fly more neutral, aim to the left of that tree and try and have it cut in on hyzer instead of pushing straight past it. So I'm gonna throw this on a little bit of hyzer, but it should still push really straight on that angle for me. Yes. That should be in the circle. So, a little change of plans are on the disc. If you throw a more stable disc, you can go to the right side of the tree. But with neutral discs like this, you want to just push it on that hyzer and it'll carry that the whole way there. Let's compare it to the stag here. That's an ace run. So obviously the flight of a disc is important, but more so than that, to me, it's the feel of the disc in your hands and your comfort with it. Because there are 50 discs that can all fly the same, but only a couple of those will feel really good in your hands as you're holding them, which gives you confidence and all that kind of stuff. This disc feels really good. Now obviously it's an Escape, so it's not like a completely new mold, but the plastic just feels softer in your hands and it feels like you can grip it better. I'm really enjoying it, and like there's no doubt in my mind that as I work on this a little bit more, it'll find a place in my bag. So the Escape landed right here, which is amazing. And the stag ended up here because obviously I saw the Escape hit this guardian tree, so I threw the stag just a little bit harder, and both of them are birdies on this not super technical hole, but fairly technical to make it up here with a lot of guardians. I'm loving this thing, y'all. I'll tell you what, I am really enjoying this disc. So after throwing the disc for a little while, to me, it's not gonna be a forehand disc. It's gonna be that dead straight, just good fairway driver. And obviously it is just an Escape. So if you've thrown an Escape before, it's very similar, but the plastic is different, and it feels really good. Last thing I'm gonna do is go out over here to this field and smash it one time, see what type of distance we can get on it. All right, so I haven't thrown for distance in a while, but we did throw this 360 earlier. I wanna see if we can push it out to 400, nice and smooth. Throwing from one baseball field to the other, and just see what type of flight we can get on it. I'm gonna try and throw it flat. Got a little bit of a headwind, very slight, so I doubt it'll turn it over. But I want to see how this thing flies when I release it flat with some distance power. Stable up. Okay, wow, that was a really nice, like it didn't get a cut roller angle or anything like that. That felt pretty good. I like that. All right, so I just got over to the disc. I threw it 410 feet between these two fields. And that is literally the first time I've thrown for distance in a field in months. So my footwork and all that kind of stuff isn't even that ideal. It had a really, really cool, just nice gradual turnover flight when I released it flat with power. So I love that. The disc feels really, really good. Obviously, again, it is just an escape. So if you currently throw an escape, you're gonna wanna get the Supreme line when it comes out. This thing feels incredible. Yeah, hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you currently bag an escape, or let me know if you throw a disc that's similar to this with that 9.5 -1.2. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. See you on the next one.